Hello, this short tutorial will just help you set up your Autocad screen. We need to learn how to reset the palettes and to take away unwanted things that are on our screen so that we can maximize the drawing area. And we really only want usable things up. We don't want thousands of toolbars and things up there. It's always a good idea. Autocad was originally designed with pull-down menu system because it was designed for PCs. It's only been recently that it's been on Apple. And so it's important to be able to know that you can always get information in 2 or 3 different places in AutoCAD. So we'll go and show you those and show you how to reset the palettes. The first thing we'd always do is to open up the A3 border that I've got for you to download in your classroom, because once you open the A3 border, most likely all the palettes will come through for you and it will all be okay anyway. So if we just go File Open, okay, so just go on File Open here, and then you can download this file and save it wherever you need to. But if we open up that file now, a lot of settings will come in with that file, which will include the fact that it will be in millimeters and things like that. And you can see this drawing, I've saved some other stuff over the top of the file, which is a common mistake that people make as well. So you need to keep that file as a clean border that you don't do anything on, and AutoCAD will recommend that you make that a drawing template so that you do this. And you can see here I've been drawing a chair design there, and I've just saved over the border. It's important also to be aware of the fact that down the bottom here we've got model and we've got layout. Layout's about the printing, okay, so you can actually see the border here now. We won't go into paper space and model space at the moment, but that's how that works. So don't worry too much about layouts, but just worry, so bottom left hand corner here, you should be working in model, which is this big black area. Now this is all in millimeters because I've set that up for you, but you'll notice that I've gone over here and I've deleted some of the borders and things, and then all the pull down menus, they come from up the top here. So modify, dimension, draw, all of these, they're the 3 main ones that you will use, as well as file. Now those ones are all repeated over the side here: line, circle, mirror, extend and trim, offset, all of these commands over here. Here's the modify toolbar down here, here's the modify toolbar here. So they're all repeated as symbols. A lot of people who are working in AutoCAD in industry, they'll turn all this off because they'll use shortcuts and hand keystrokes, and that's the beauty of AutoCAD, because it's very different to other programs. And once you start using AutoCAD and become better at it, you'll wonder why Word and Excel and other software packages don't use this same thing, because you can actually communicate with AutoCAD straight through the command prompt box. So if I type in here line, or L for line, it will say what do you want to do, where do you want to draw a line from, okay? So these are the things that AutoCAD can do because it has this command prompt box. Now all of these tools and this command prompt box come about from our window. Up here, so if I go up here and next to help button there's a button called window. It brings down all these things, and this is where you can come and you can reset all the palettes. What that will do is it will close down AutoCAD and then it will reopen AutoCAD completely, like factory fresh, if you like. But what we want to do normally is we want a toolbar up here, we want tool sets maybe. We do not want property inspector. Always turn property inspector off, okay, because that enables us to change the colors and line types, and we really don't want to do that. We need to work with some specifications, with some standards, okay. Now AutoCAD around the world, people normally draw lining in lines in this cyan color, which they call object, okay. It's sort of an international sort of standard, and we get all those line types through this thing here called layers. So if I turn layers on, it will bring up this toolbar here, and you'll see all the different line types, okay, that are set up. Now those line types come in because you have opened up the A3 border first, and if you click on this area up the top right hand here, it will dock then over on the right, okay. So if I actually have here the properties inspector up, which is this one, and I dock it will be in here, okay. And so the best idea then is to actually we'll need to try and get that off, because remember I said I don't want you working with this, because this is where you can change all these things that will make it nuts for when it goes to the laser cutter or the printer. It will come out all wrong, so you don't play around in here. So if you click that button, you can get it out, and then you can close that down, and then the properties inspector is out. So the main thing is you get the A3 border open, you double click on one of these layers that you want to work on. So if I double click on text now, it makes it the current layer. So when I draw a line, it will be in green because green is my text layer. Okay, so really important to try and get your screen set up like I have in all the other tutorials. So the first step, open up the A3 border, and then reset your palettes, and then get these ones up here. Command line is the most important one, layers, toolbars, and then see how you go. All right, I hope that helps.